God, it's freezing tonight.
Here, take my coat.
Thanks.
So, tomorrow's the big day, huh? EOS Institute's Ultimate Award Ceremony.
I'm sure you, of all people, would be familiar with this. After all, you were also an Ultimate Awardee a few years ago.
Yeah. I also worked for EOS in the past, so of course I know about them. You know, Akira, I'm not shocked you received an award. Considering how hardworking you are, it's no wonder you're also an Ultimate.
Thanks. Still, it's the fact that I'm receiving 2 awards that shocks me. Ultimate Internet Sensation, I'm flattered, but I get it. But Ultimate Hitman?
It's not that strange. I know how EOS Systems works. They're willing to award anybody who's the best at their field the second they turn 18, even if their skills might be illegal. I mean, just take a look at me. Sure, it's a bit of a gray area, but you know I didn't become the former Ultimate Hacker by playing nice.
For such a prestigious organization, I don't understand why they'd award criminals.
It's their way of encouraging these people to stop and take a different path in life. EOS wants them to use their skills for the betterment of society instead, so they can pat themselves on the back for reforming them, and giving them a second chance or something like that. Well, not like a majority of them actually do change their ways.
When you put it like that, it makes sense, and it's definitely in character for them to do these sorts of things to boost their reputation. But how do they even get such sensitive information?
You're talking to the answer right now.
I should have expected as much. But I know you're not the one who told them about me. So how in the world did they find out I'm a hitman for the Yakuza?
I wish I knew too. It's a rare instance when I don't know something. But don't worry, I'll get to the bottom of this.
I feel bothered by my talents, even if I did accept them both. Sometimes I wish I just rejected them.
Still having afterthoughts about that decision? I know we talked about it before, but it's troubling you even now, huh?
Sorry.
No need to apologize. You know I'm always willing to hear you out. Look, I get why you're still having doubts. Being awarded with a talent like the Ultimate Hitman must be seriously conflicting for you.
Awarded for my ability to kill? I feel sick thinking about it. It's even worse to think that I'm talented at it. Then again, I worked extremely hard to get to this point too.
Let's look at it from a different perspective. Instead of being some killing machine, think of it as a skill of being stealthy, observant, and strong enough to defend yourself and those you love.
Yeah, you're right. Besides, it's not like me to worry so much.
No, I'd say the Akira I know is a worrywart. You always dwell on the smallest issues. Like that one time you accidentally bought me the wrong ice cream flavor and panicked about it.
Shut up! You used to be super scary back then, you know? You'd glare daggers at anyone who looked at you for more than a second. I was afraid you'd kill me over mint ice cream.
Jeez, you used to be so cute when we first met.
Whatever, let's move on. About earlier. Thanks for reassuring me about my talents. Are we still on for tomorrow? We can hang out after the ceremony ends.
Sure, just text me when you're near my apartment. I'll let you in.
Sounds like a plan. I'm here already. Thanks for walking me home. See you, Denshi.
Back to work. Shit! She's going to be so mad. Good morning. What's up? Regarding your health? Don't worry. About that. What the fuck?
And the police are already investigating the scene, but there seem to be no traces of this year's Ultimate awardees or their kidnappers. Furthermore, the announcement of the killing game has left citizens in shock. Although the awardees appear to be unharmed as of the moment, there is no telling what they may do next. The visitors that have accompanied each of the awardees have also gone missing. The police have made a statement saying that they will do their utmost to safely rescue these ultimates and their companions before anyone can get hurt.
We are well aware of the public outcry against this hostage takeover, and we are currently investigating EOS Institute's Convention Center in search for the ultimate awardees. As the head of the investigation committee, I, Kaoru Yasunaga, will not let the perpetrators of such a heinous crime get away with this. I assure you, citizens of Tokyo, justice will prevail.
As expected of Officer Yasunaga. If you're in charge, I'm confident the situation will be resolved quickly.
Your history of stopping crime at its roots speaks for itself. After all, it was thanks to you that the chairman of the...
What the fuck? Shit! You sure about that? No results found. About that. I'll handle it myself. What will you do? I'll do anything. Young love. Jeez! Be careful. I know. Please take care of yourself. I'll handle it myself. However, before you do all that, you better eat. I don't have time to. You last ate over 30 hours ago. And the national dietary recommendation is to... I'll be fine. I need to. Akira would be nagging you if you didn't eat. I forgot I told you to bring her up if I don't eat regularly. All right. You win this time. What a pain. Yui? What are you doing here? You know you shouldn't run around indoors. You might hit a wall by accident. I haven't built arms for you yet, so I gotta be there in case you fall down somewhere. I'm a little busy, so I'll bring you outside some other time. Come on, back to the counter you go. The food of the gods!
Move aside! I'm trying to get an interview with Officer Yasunaga!
Quick! She's getting ready for another statement! I've got to get this scoop!
Huh? Please, just let me in. It'll only take a bit. Ow! What the hell was that for?
Huh? I just blocked your way. Why are you overreacting?
You shoved me! Is this how the police act towards civilians?
I didn't shove you at all. I didn't even touch you. What are you saying all of a sudden?
I can't believe this is how you treat your civilians!
Mister, I have no clue what you're talking about.
What's the commotion here, Yamada?
Sir!
Is something wrong?
No, sir. I was just asking this civilian to leave before he can tamper with any evidence and...
Well, I don't think any well-intentioned citizen would try to ruin the investigation.
Of course not, sir. But it's simply a part of our protocol. And frankly, this man doesn't look like a well-intentioned citizen.
Gee, thanks.
Good one, Yamada. But that's no way to treat an upstanding civilian. Why don't you let me handle this?
Are you sure, sir? I can...
No, it's not a problem. You can even take a short break. You must be exhausted from standing here this entire time. Sorry about him. I hope you don't mind too much, since he honestly was just trying to do his job. It's rude of me not to introduce myself. My name is Isao Morita, and I am the Commissioner General of the National Police Agency.
Wow! No way!
Excuse me.
Hello there. I didn't expect you to be here.
How could I not come here to ask for details? Two very important figures in my family were kidnapped.
I apologize, ma'am, but we can't let civilians in here as it will disrupt our investigation.
Oh dear me, we've known each other for years. You know I won't do anything like that. Besides, I'm a worried parent, so you should understand how I feel.
I completely understand, but it is our job to protect you. As esteemed as your family is, I don't think you should pry further, as whoever is behind this seems extremely dangerous. Please, let us handle this.
All I'm asking is...
Ma'am, it's part of our protocol. I cannot let you investigate. My apologies.
I'll handle it myself. Yon.
I'm sorry?
My name. It's Yon. You should know what that means.
How amusing. If you expect me to believe that you are the infamous hacker, Yon, I'll need some confirmation.
You want me to prove it? That'll be easy. Give me a sec. Let's see. That policeman from earlier was called Yamada, right? This database should have his information. There are several people named Yamada here. Not him. Not him either. Ah, bingo. Sorry for the wait.
Don't worry, it's only been 2 minutes.
Here's the rundown on that guy from before. Goro Yamada, age 37, born on 25th November. Has a stay-at-home wife and 2 children, both of whom are attending Kanagawa Middle School. He's 176 centimeters tall, weighs 68 kilograms, and his blood type is O negative. If you still don't believe me, I can list his home address, phone number, and the name of his great-great-grandpa's first love.
I see. That's quite impressive, running a thorough background check within minutes. Although I still have some reservations, I'll believe you, for now. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Mr. Yon. Let's discuss this.
Don't you agree?
What's your plan? Strange.
You sure about that? Huh?
It's my responsibility. I have 2 children. They were both invited to EOS's award ceremony this year.
So, your kids are also involved in this mess, huh? Must be hard.
Yes, that is precisely why I must save them as soon as possible.
You seem pretty calm about this.
It's a skill I've learned to develop throughout my career. I can't lose face at a time like this. But, in all honesty, I'm terrified of losing my son and daughter. They're all I have. All this time, I've been so focused on my work that I didn't spend enough time with them. But now that something like this has happened, I feel ashamed to call myself a father. I can't bear the thought of either of them getting hurt. I didn't mean to ramble. In any case, I won't let anything happen to them, or any of the other awardees. If I worry about them, I'll end up acting recklessly and getting nowhere. I just need to keep my head cool and face this head on.
That's true. If it means anything, I think you're doing a good job at it.
Thank you. Just like you saw with that woman earlier, there were also some other family members of the hostages who tried to barge in here. They were desperate to find their loved ones, crying, yelling, and begging to get inside. The sight of their frustration and fear broke my heart. That's why I need to track down the culprit and get to the bottom of this. All of those people depend on us. How amusing. Don't worry. It's my responsibility.
Actually,
strange. All right. First, I'll be accompanying you during this investigation, and you'll report your findings to me.
sounds like you want to make me do the work for you.
Clearly, you know I cannot allow you to investigate simply because you're an exceptional hacker. Sure, you may be able to crack some encrypted data, but we have our own team of IT experts to do that. I am only making an exception because of your connection with EOS. I believe your knowledge about them will be of great use to me. In return, I'll aid you and provide any information you need to unravel this mystery. It sounds like a fair exchange to me. Also, I can't trust you completely. I'm afraid your job makes you a suspicious individual. So, this will help me keep an eye on you.
Alright, I'm fine with that.
My second condition is, you must tell me about your previous work with EOS now.
I'm their informant. That's all.
That's all?
Fine. There's more to it than that. But it's not relevant to the killing game or anything like that. It wouldn't be of use to you anyway.
I'll be the judge of that.
It's a long story.
Alright. You don't need to tell me about it yet. However, I want you to let me know by the end of the day. Do we have a deal?
Deal.
Excellent. Let's head inside, shall we, Mr. Yon?
Lead the way.
I'm back from my break, sir. Why is this man being let inside?
Oh, hey, Goro.
What the? How did you?
Say hi to your wife and kids for me. See ya.
Huh? Sir, what is the meaning of this?
I'll talk to you later, Yamada.
Sir, wait!